Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here, and I'm cruising around the mean streets of Bangkok. It's late at night. I was a little bit bored, so I went for a wander. But I'll give you a little update with that challenge I'm doing. Everything's cruising around okay. I'm sitting around that 900 USD mark, plus my ICO investment, which hasn't come to fruition yet, so I can't give you the value of that, but probably around 1,300 US dollars the total portfolio is after, what is it now, day 15 I think. So it's cruising along okay, and I've somewhat survived that crazy crash that we've had over the last few days. So, you know, Bitcoin dropped down to as low as 9,200 or 9,400 or something like that. You know, the similar story for the rest of the market. The market cap was sitting as low as like 450 billion, which is crazy. So huge drops, but today we've seen a big bounce back, which is good to see. And I think, just checked a few minutes ago, Bitcoin sit back at around high $11,000 mark. So seems to have bounced back already, but woo, were there some crazy times there for a little bit. Now, I was just listening to a podcast while I was walking around from the guys at Bad Crypto. So they're, if you haven't listened to them, I highly recommend it. They're two very humorous fellas, but educational at the same time. They've had a lot of, sorry it's loud as hell, I hope you can hear me. They've had a lot of really interesting guests on, like James Altucher and Ronnie Moas and who else? A few other guys. But yeah, highly recommend them. I just jump onto Spotify. I think they might be on YouTube and stuff as well, the Bad Crypto podcast. But this time they had a taxation expert. Now, he was an American guy. I'm Australian. I have no idea about the taxation rules for Bitcoin or crypto in Australia, but now I'll definitely check up on that. But I never thought I'd find anything taxation related so interesting, and it was, whew, it blew my mind, bloody hell. The amount of headaches there is going to be come tax time, you know, because Bitcoin is traded so often, so regularly. Many people use so many different exchanges. I know I'm on about 4 or 5 myself. I've got a bunch of wallets myself as well. So first of all, just the frequency that it's being traded and where it's being kept is very confusing in the first place. Now, the other thing he mentioned is that cryptocurrencies are not seen as a currency in the States. They're seen as property, so like an asset. So each time you sell one of them or buy or sell it, it's then a taxable event, and you have to record information for that particular event. So every time you do a sale, every time you buy something, you've got to record that information and give it to your accountant and present that well to the IRS, I think it is in America. What have we got? We got the ATO. But there are a few things he mentioned that I just hadn't thought about whatsoever. I don't know if it's the same in Australia, but for instance, if you had bought one Bitcoin in early 2017 for $1,000, then you've bought another one at the end of 2017 for $20,000. So you've got two Bitcoins sitting in a wallet. You then sell one. There's no way to track which Bitcoin you've sold, because as you know, Bitcoin, it doesn't have like a serial number attached to it or anything like that. So there's no way to figure out the profit or loss from this event, because there's no way of seeing which one you've sold. So that's going to be a tricky thing to understand for accountants, first of all. The other thing, each time you buy something with Bitcoin, even if it's something as silly as buying a t-shirt online with Bitcoin, or buying crypto kitties, even crypto kitties now, because you've bought it using your property, your Bitcoin, that's then a taxable event. So you have to, you know, figure out the losses and the profits, and you know when it occurred and all that, and you're going to have to lodge that with the tax man. So bloody hell, is stuff going to be confusing out there if you want to be legitimate and not be naughty with your cryptocurrencies. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend listening to that podcast by the guys at Bad Crypto and checking out their other stuff as well. Anyway, gang, that's all for now. I'm going to continue on my adventure, walking around Bangkok late at night, but I think it's time for bed soon. So I'll let you go. You have a good one. Ciao!